Now, some top local Democrats are rejecting the idea that President Biden had a rough night or showed his age. Here's Kathy Sullivan, who engineered Biden's write-in victory in the primary with a stern message to her fellow Dems.
I say to any Democrat who they've talked to, suck it up, Buttercup. Joe Biden's our president. He's done a great job. And it's time to get with the program and roll up your sleeves like all of us here are doing and fight like heck to get Joe Biden reelected in November. It is the time for us to unite and time for us to do what we can. And if you can't do that, then get out of the way and stop your off-the-record, self-aggrandizing comments that you're making to your friends at CNN. I don't want to hear it. You're either with us or you're with Trump.
So Democrats contend Trump had his bad moments on the stage on issues like abortion and respecting election results. But Republicans say that's not what the people are talking about coming out of this debate.
So I think it was sad for the country because our president was exposed as a very weak, frail old man. It's not good for the country because it sends a message to our adversaries that we're weak. So I hope he does the right thing and resigns from office to let somebody take over who can handle the job. President Trump just, when you looked at him, especially when he had the split screen, you had somebody that looked like he was in control of his thoughts. He could articulate what he wanted to say. And on the other side, he had an old man, a frail old man, and it's just not good for the country. You know, regardless of politics, I think he should step down, let the Democrats put up another candidate.
For analysis, we spoke with Dr. Dante Scala at the University of New Hampshire. He says in spite of all the spin coming from both parties, this was clearly not a confidence-inspiring performance by the president.
It's hard to imagine a more painful night for Democrats as watching President Biden struggle, and there's really no other word for it, but struggle through a 90-minute debate, especially, you know, those opening minutes, the first half hour and so forth. For Joe Biden, you know, there's not another debate for months. So what's he going to do to offset what everyone saw and what people will see again and again and again because of the nature of media these days? What's he going to do to offset that? What is Biden's team comfortable doing? Are they comfortable putting him out there to do, say, lengthy interviews with, you know, major national media? Are they comfortable with that? I mean, that's got to be a question right now.
We also checked in with ABC News political director Rick Klein about behind-the-scenes conversations among top Democrats about how Biden might be swapped out as the nominee. How real are these conversations about replacing him at the top of the ticket?
The conversations are real, but the outcome, I think, is kind of preordained. Realistically speaking, it may seem like a good kind of civics lesson or a West Wing episode that tells you, you know, just like, tell him he can't do it and then get out of the way and let the process work. But functionally speaking, I don't know who can even have the conversation with President Biden.
When we come back, we'll sit down for an extended conversation with Governor Chris Sununu on issues ranging from the transgender bills headed to his desk to hospital taxes. Stay with us.